Good evening, lady. I guess we're back down to one lady. And gentlemen, it's open ice. And fun fact, if you haven't figured it out already, I have slayed the Facebook demon, and I am no longer on Facebook. It's just a toxic, horrible place. And except for this group, I really have no reason to be on it, and that's why I am no longer on the Facebook. So you're getting this for the first time from YouTube. So hello, YouTube. If you've stumbled upon this video by accident, I recommend you leave now unless you want to see a bunch of really shoddy highlights for a really low-level hockey league. But yeah, if you're not here by mistake, then you know what to expect. I've got highlights from the game against Fire and Ice, 7-4 contest. A bunch of regulars, I guess you could say, scored for us compared to what we're used to. I couldn't get the full game's worth of clips. I don't know what happened with XI's camera. I have up to Al's goal, and then that's it. It skips backward, and then it skips ahead, and then it cuts off to the Zamboni going around, and I don't know what happened. Maybe it's because it was a late game. I'm not sure. But I'll show you the clips I got. I'll have a little bit of analysis after, and then we'll kind of talk about next week. All right. I'll see you after the highlights. And there you have it, a 7-4 victory, or in this case, we had about 5 goals recorded there, so I guess when we left, it was 5-2. But either way, a good outcome for the pickup lines. Good win over a team that the last time we played them had a couple of illegal players. We tried to counter with our own, and he wasn't as good. So this time, much more level affair. I thought this was a more accurate representation of what these two teams are. Actually fairly close in skill level. Of course, they have the one guy on defense that played on my C1 team who shouldn't be there. But, yeah, it is what it is. And get a close game, and we come out on top. So, that being said, quick look at the standings, not that they matter because none of this matters once we go to round robin. Fire and Ice and the Pickup Lines are tied on top of the standings with 5-2 records. By, I guess, virtue of goal differential, Fire and Ice would have first place, being that they have 43 goals for, 26 goals against, and we currently have 27 for, 32 against. Again, subtract a bunch of those because a lot of them came from the matchup last time we played Fire and Ice when they had like 2 or 3 B-level players playing for them and they just routed us. And I mean, that's going to happen. We're a C3 team playing in C2.5. So, yeah, having that kind of skill level against us, they're going to do a lot better. But like I said, a lot more even affair this time around. Rebels are in third place. They have a 2-3 record with 6 points. And Black Ice, who we played this week at 950. And again, I'll say this week at 950 again. I'll put on the little line down here for everyone to read. 950 will be the game time. Against Black Ice, they're currently 2-4 with 5 points. But again, always a tight contest. They have the one guy with the beard on the back end who's kind of a dick, but it is what it is. And I'm sure if they have a number 17, he's a bit of an asshole too, because it seems to be the way it works. But other than that, that's pretty much all we got. Again, I can't really go off stats because if you look at the game sheet from last week, Cody got a hat trick, which Cody did score, but he didn't score 3. He got 2 of Josh's goals credited to him for whatever reason. So again, the kid that's sitting there doing the score box doesn't really obviously give a shit, and it shows. But a lot of good things. I think the effort's been there lately, especially when you're playing against tougher competition. The effort's all you can really hope for. Obviously, if they have skill, that's going to obviously become more of a challenge because I will say these teams do tend to have a lot more skill than what we're used to playing, whether it be in C3 or the summer session with the Zombonis, who I thought we matched up with pretty fairly. We just had a much better championship game than they did. But it is what it is. So you're going to play tighter competition, tougher competition. I think it only serves to make us better as a team. I've seen a lot of players improving this season, more so than I have in past seasons. Case in point, Al. I know he won't see this because he doesn't have Facebook or anything. But the guy puts in 110% every shift he's out there. Whether he gets the puck across the goal line or not, that's obviously not what it's what he wants. But everything he does to kind of get to that point, skating hard for the puck, staying with the play even after you fall down, he gets right back up and he's back at it. So as long as everyone can have that kind of effort and play positionally well, because I've noticed we've had a couple of times where we send like 3 wingers. Well, not 3 wingers, we only have 2. But we'd have all 3 forwards kind of chase the puck into the corner, and then, especially in our own end, that creates a lot of issues with guys out front being open. One of the goals that I think 2 of the ones that Will's got scored on were plays generated from behind the net where the D went to chase, no one covered in front as far as centers or wings, and that guy was just open wide with a chance at the net. And that's hard as a goaltender to defend against because you go from transitioning your eyes behind the net to the front, and by the time you get there, whether you get the piece of the puck or not, it's kind of just a toss-up. So better things there. We'll have to watch our end a bit more. Forecheck's got to be a little bit stronger, I feel, especially against this team. Get the puck in deep, chase it down, try to generate some offense in front of the net, get bodies in front, use your points to get shots. These are all things that we always say, but if we can get some of these things going, I think it'll bode well for us, and it'll make us very, very competitive with these teams. That's all I have. Again, games 9:50 this Sunday against Black Ice. Hope to see you all there. I didn't know there was a game now. We didn't have a game last week, so I was very depressed from Sunday morning. But it is what it is. It happens. But we do have one this week, so I'll see you all there. Have a good rest of your week, and we'll see you Sunday.